The equal wealth theory, an economic experiment. So without further ado, man, let's get straight into the video and see what this video is about.
Picture this. You wake up tomorrow, check your bank app, and your eyes widen. $100,000, 0 cents, has appeared in your account. Everyone, everywhere, regardless of age, race, or status, has exactly the same amount of money. No billionaires, no beggars. This isn't just wishful thinking or utopia fiction. It's one of the most explosive what-if scenarios in
I think for that to happen, that we already have billionaires. You get what I'm saying? I think for that to happen, so we all can have the equal wealth. You get what I'm saying? Because you said everyone. I think you gotta take all those people that are already rich. You get what I'm saying? Those money out their account. I don't know, their asset, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying? Cause I mean, they probably like I'm talking about the people that are super rich, bro. If they wake up in the next morning at 100,000 go to their account, they probably won't even notice. You know what I'm saying? Unless if like there's notification from the bank that say, oh, you have a deposit of this amount of money, etc. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But other than that, yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's just get into the video.
economic theory. It sounds simple, almost divine, a global reset, the end of poverty, the erasure of class. But let's zoom out and then in to understand why this fantasy doesn't just shake the system, it nukes it from orbit. Let's start by facing the world we're living in, statistically and structurally. According to the Global Wealth Report by Credit Suisse, and corroborated by Oxfam and the World Inequality Lab, the top 1.1% of adults hold around 45.8% of global wealth. That's nearly half of everything. Stocks, land, yachts, real estate, gold bars, and crypto wallets, controlled by a sliver of humanity. Let's break this down further. If Earth were a party,
Now, with Frontier Fiber, the best Wi-Fi on Earth isn't just for VIPs anymore.
So everyone's good to go.
the VIP lounge would be overflowing with champagne, while half the guests are outside in the cold with no invite. This isn't an exaggeration. Jeff Bezos earns more in a single minute than a garment factory worker in Bangladesh makes in a year. Elon Musk's wealth could fund free healthcare for every African nation for decades. And yet the system remains intact, protected by layers of policies, structures, and, most importantly, belief. It's tempting to blame the rich. But wealth inequality is less about individual greed and more about institutional reinforcement. From colonialism to capitalism, from land grabs to interest-bearing loans, the current distribution of wealth has roots stretching back centuries. Colonial exploitation shifted resources from the global south to Europe. Industrial capitalism amplified capital accumulation among those who already had land, factories, and power. Modern finance, stock markets, hedge funds, and derivatives favors those who already have money to invest. Wealth grows wealth, and the poor stay poor not because they're lazy, but because the systems are rigged to reward capital, not labor. If we know inequality is this extreme, why can't we just fix it? Why not press the redistribute button and give everyone the same amount? Here's why. Wealth isn't just stored in vaults or printed as cash. It's embedded in structures, ownership of land, shares in companies, access to legal protection.
You see, bro, look, the reason why I don't fully agree is because, look, the poor people can become rich as well. There's people that were poor and become rich. You get what I'm saying? And have their own companies, etc., etc. So, bro, and it's just like, how can I say that? It just like, ooh, I don't know if you guys watch soccer. You get what I'm saying? The more talent you have, the more talent you have, bro, the more eyes will be on you. You get what I'm saying? The more talent you have, the more people want to see you playing. If you don't have any talent, I mean, you have less talent than the other player. You get what I'm saying? And guess what? Less people want to see you. Just like Neymar, he has so many talents, right? A lot of people like seeing him playing. You get what I'm saying? The more talent you have, it's just like this. Like the more money you have, you get what I'm saying. You have more benefits, like etc. etc. It's the same thing as um the more talent you have, the more teams want to buy you. You get what I'm saying? Want to have you on their team because look, marketing. You get what I'm saying? Trophies, money, bro. All those status or all those come together. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing as having a company or being rich, bro. More doors open for you. You get what I'm saying? Just as the same thing with the singer that know how to sing. A lot of music label would want to sign her or him. That's it. That's how it is, bro. And then guess what? You have to show that talent as well. At the same time, you get what I'm saying? You have the talent, you have to show it, you have to work. The talent is not enough. The same thing as your ambition, as your goal. Your goal is not enough. You have to work for that goal to accomplish. You get what I'm saying? So look, if you just stay here and then, oh yeah, I want to come up with this, I want to come up with that, it would help people. It would solve people's problem. Yeah, it would have, but you don't do anything. Same thing as the talent. Oh yeah, you know how to sing, you know how to play soccer, but guess what? You don't show anything. You don't do the hard work to show people, to prove it. You get what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's just the same thing as having a business or being rich, bro. The more you rich, the more people that want to be around you, even though they don't really like you. Sometimes they be faking, but at the same time, that's the same thing as being talented or at being smart. You get what I'm saying? So look, anytime you are the smartest one in the classroom, any group want like when you're in the when you're in the classroom and the teacher tells you guys to make a group of four, a group of three, you get what I'm saying? Boom. Everyone wants you to be in their team. Why? Because you're smart. Same thing as, you get what I'm saying? Being rich. Guess what? More people in the classroom will respect you. They would sometimes they would tolerate the thing you do. Same thing. Same thing. Even as with life, same thing with life, bro. Come on, bro.
Elections and influence over political
But at the same time, guess what? Someone that is not smart in the classroom can become smart. It's the same thing with the poor person. They can become rich. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes, and even in sports, sometimes you see the person that not really talented and they go way higher. They achieve way more things than the one that is talented. Get because you know why? Because they have that mindset. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I have the little bit of talent. If this person have more talent than me, I know my weakness. I'ma stay on my strongest and focus, and boom, I'ma make sure I accomplish a lot more. The less talent you have, the more you have to accomplish. That's it. The less talent you have, the more you have to accomplish. But if you have so many talents, bro, you can do a small thing like this, boom, everyone's just like, wow, 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 wow. And then the other person that doesn't have the same talent as you, they have to go like this, bro. The amount of effort, the amount of achievement, the achievement have to be big. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not, bruh.
systems. Imagine trying to take land away from powerful landlords, or telling shareholders that their Tesla stocks will now be divided among the public. That's not just economically disruptive, it's politically dangerous. The ultra-rich aren't passive observers. They influence tax laws, fund election campaigns, shape global policies through think tanks and lobbying. They can, and do, move their money across borders, often into offshore havens where redistribution is legally impossible. The idea that governments can just take the money is naive at best, suicidal at worst. Let's suppose we did it anyway. Let's imagine a global consensus was reached and somehow every adult received an equal portion of global wealth. Would that solve inequality? Not exactly. You see, inequality isn't just about money. It's about psychology, opportunity, and control. Some people would invest wisely. Others would blow it overnight. A few would start businesses and grow their money. Many would face predatory schemes, addiction traps, or simply have no knowledge of financial planning. We've seen this before. Studies on lottery winners show that nearly 70% go broke within a few years. The issue isn't the amount, it's the sudden shift in financial responsibility. When you've spent your life learning to survive on scarcity, abundance can be disorienting.
You see this? That's what I'm saying. So, if studies show that people that win lottery they go broke, it's the same thing. If I'm in a classroom, I'm the smartest student. How you gonna say, "Oh, it's my fault that this student didn't pass their their test"? Come on, bro. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I mean, sometimes yeah, sometimes it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but most of the time, bro. Come on, bro. How you gonna blame me because other student in the classroom have an F on their test, and then you blaming me because I have an A? You see what I'm saying, bro? So, with that being said, with that being said, you have the decision to, you have your own decision to make today. Is either you start today and be patient, consistent, and then succeed in the thing that you're doing. That's it.
And even destructive. So even with equal money, inequality would resurface. Not because humans are evil, but because behavior, culture, access, and education shape how wealth is used. Without addressing those foundational issues, money alone is just a temporary fix. Next, let's consider the economic chain reaction of such a mass equalization. Suddenly, everyone has purchasing power. Everyone wants a car, a better home, luxury food, designer clothes, vacations to Switzerland. Demand explodes. But supply? It's still the same. You can't manufacture 8 billion luxury homes overnight. You can't instantly produce 4 billion Lamborghinis. So what happens? Prices skyrocket. That's inflation on steroids. Suddenly, the $100,000 0 cents in your account can't even get you a couch. And those who understand this early will invest in appreciating assets, real estate, rare art, gold. Within months, they'll start accumulating wealth again, pulling ahead of others. And once again, the system begins to stratify. Equal money, equal access. The moment everyone gets
See, it's the same thing. So the people that have, I mean, that would make good financial decision like investing, like you said, real estate, start a business, etc. Guess what? That they get more wealth over time. Guess what, bro? Those people will be richer than the other one that made the bad decision. That's why there's the inequality. Boom. This is what it is. That's it, bro. That's it. So if you give him 100K, right? If you give him or her 100K and you get the other, give the other person 100K, and then one of them make a good decision by investing and then accumulate their wealth. Guess what? The one that does the good decision will leave the one that decides to do a worse decision behind. You get what I'm saying? It will leave them behind, bro. That's it.
It's a sudden cash injection. The global economy shifts into hyperdrive.
And guess what? So when he leaves that other person behind and become rich, way richer, then you're gonna say, "Oh, it's his fault. If this person is still poor." Come on, bro. You had 100K too, but you blowed it. You blew it overnight, bro. Now you're gonna blame it on the one that did the right decision. Come on, bro. Come on.
People rush to buy homes, cars, better food, tech, education, even luxury vacations. Aggregate demand skyrockets, but supply? That doesn't scale overnight. You can't build 4 billion new houses. You can't mint billions of new iPhones in a week. So what happens when too many dollars chase too few goods? That's right, inflation. And not just a little. Inflation rates would surge, especially in critical sectors: real estate, food, fuel, healthcare, electronics. Prices could double, triple, or worse. The original $100,000, 0 cents, suddenly worth far less.
Yep, far less. You can buy less item, less material, less product with it. Yeah.
And fast. Now let's confront the heart of your question. Could the ultra-rich, if they truly wanted to, solve inequality? Technically, yes. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and the richest 100 people could fund global universal basic income, universal education, clean water infrastructure, and climate disaster response, and still have enough left to fly private for life. That's how staggering their wealth is. But here's the catch. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about control. It's about systems, influence, ego, and legacy. Asking billionaires to give up their power is like asking kings to dismantle their thrones. Even those who donate often do so strategically, to foundations they control, with tax advantages and PR in mind. True redistribution isn't charity, it's structural. And that's where resistance begins. Let's say you're in a small town, and now everyone can afford a house. But there are only 1,000 homes and 10,000 people wanting one. Who wins? Supply and demand re-enters the room, and we're back to bidding wars, privilege, and resource hoarding. Those who act early or invest smartly re-accumulate wealth. Those who wait or spend carelessly fall behind. Just like that, inequality reappears. This time, not because of generational wealth, but because of economic behavior, with everyone financially.
Exactly. Right. Exactly, bro. That's why not everyone can be a doctor, not everyone can be an engineer, not everyone can be a lawyer, not everybody can be a businessman, because guess what? Some people get information and store it in their brain quickly while others don't. You get what I'm saying? Everyone have their own specialties. Like, okay, this guy probably best at playing soccer, and then the other one is best at playing basketball. You get what I'm saying? If everyone plays soccer, bro, how many soccer team would be in the world, right? That's number one. Bro, come on. If everyone plays soccer, when they get injured, who will take care of them? Nobody, because they wouldn't have the knowledge to take care of their injuries. You get what I'm saying? Come on, bro. So, boom. That's why you get inequalities and stuff.
Comfortable, at least for now. What happens to the world's workforce? Low-pay, labor-intensive jobs become unattractive. Who wants to clean hotel rooms or drive delivery trucks when you don't need the paycheck? This triggers a labor market collapse, especially in countries heavily reliant on service, agriculture, and manufacturing labor. Businesses panic, prices surge more, some operations grind to a halt. But paradoxically, this also creates new opportunity. Freed from survival anxiety, millions may finally pursue passion-driven careers. Artists, inventors, writers, scientists, people who never had time or space to think beyond the next meal, now start building. This is what economists call the substitution effect. When the pressure to survive eases, people substitute survival labor with self-actualization. If channeled correctly, we could enter an era of explosive innovation, startup growth, and cultural revival. But that's a big if. Would people save their money or spend it all? Behavioral economics suggests it would be a mix. Some people, especially those with financial literacy or family experience in business, would invest. Stocks, property, crypto, or even startups. Others would consume, not out of stupidity, but because that's what most humans do when they've never had wealth. Financial education becomes the new divide. Those who know how to protect and grow wealth will rise again. Those who don't risk squandering their shot. We've already
Right. Easy, bro. Come on. It's all about the guess what? You gotta have the mindset first. First and foremost, you have gotta have the mindset. If you have the mindset, you will find the information that you need to get there. That's the number two, the information. When you get the information, you have to take action. Take action. That means taking risk. You get what I'm saying? Taking risk, taking time, give it time. You get what I'm saying? Learn the information, put it in your, you get what I'm saying? Or take action. Everything, do it every day. You get what I'm saying? Then boom, consistency. Consistency is doing it every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Then you will get better. You will get better. You will get better. And then boom, eventually, boom. Gotta be patient. And the consistency, you have to be patient because look, there is no consistency without patience. You know what I'm saying? There is no consistency without patience. It's because you're being patient. That's why you're being consistent. If you did not, if you wasn't patient, you would not have consistency. You know what I'm saying? Consistency and patience, I would say they go hand to hand. Like they work with each other. That's it, bro.
already seen this in real life. Now let's move from theory to reality. You might be wondering, has anything like this ever been tried before? Actually, yes. Several real-world programs, from basic income trials to large-scale cash transfers, offer fascinating glimpses into what happens when regular people receive free money. The results are surprising. In 2017, Finland gave 2,000 unemployed citizens a fixed monthly income of €560.00 unconditionally for 2 years. The idea? Reduce stress, encourage job seeking, improve life. The results? Employment didn't change much, but mental well-being improved significantly. People reported less stress, more stability, and higher life satisfaction. Most important, they didn't quit working. They just chose better work, less exploitative, more meaningful. What this tells us: money brings dignity. It doesn't necessarily kill productivity. It can free people from jobs they hate and push them toward work they actually value. In rural Kenya, Give Directly ran one of the most ambitious experiments, giving poor families thousands of dollars unconditionally and tracking how they used it. The result? Many families invested in livestock, housing, and education. Spending on alcohol or drugs, statistically negligible. Local economies grew as spending increased. Long-term income rose. This blew up the myth that poor people can't manage money. In fact, when trusted with resources, they often outperform expectations. Every year since 1982, Alaskans have received a dividend check, funded by oil revenue, just for being citizens. Today it ranges between $1,000 0 cents to $1,600 0 cents annually per person. The impact? No mass exodus from jobs. No major inflation. Strong public support. It's a small scale but stable.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. I'm finna search that up. I didn't even know that. I'm finna make some research on that. Alaskans, people that live in Alaska get dividends every year. He said $1,600. Yeah, that is $1,600. I'm finna look up to that.
UBI model and shows that universal payouts don't necessarily break the economy. In the US, nearly 70% of lottery winners go broke within 5 years. Why? Sudden wealth without planning is a psychological shock. People overestimate how long money will last. They overspend, invest badly, or become targets of manipulation. So if everyone suddenly had equal money, we wouldn't see equal results. Some would rise, many would fall. Money doesn't build roads. It doesn't generate electricity. It doesn't magically create doctors, teachers, or engineers. Even with equal money, if hospitals are limited, if schools are poor, if roads are broken, the rich, or those who act quickly, will simply pay more for faster service, better treatment, or private education. Wealth becomes power again, not because of more cash, but because of better access. So without massive parallel investments in infrastructure and governance, equality remains fragile. So what's the big picture? Within 6 months, we see a massive surge in demand, social optimism, and early inequality re-emerging. Within 1 year, inflation erodes purchasing power, scarcity starts to define social structure again. Within 5 years, a new class system forms, based on adaptability, investment, and access. Within 10 years, if unchecked, we're almost back to square one, a new 1%, a struggling lower class. Unless systems are radically redesigned, money alone can't create permanent equality. This isn't just a pessimistic take, it's backed by evidence. The most successful equalization attempts paired cash with structure. Education access, healthcare systems, community support, regulation. Without that, equal money becomes temporary noise. If true equality is the goal, the solution isn't just equal cash, it's equal capacity. That means free, quality education globally, universal healthcare, affordable housing
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
programs, digital financial access for every human, public infrastructure investment, global wealth taxation reform, financial education as a human right. If you combine these with strategic cash transfers, you don't just give people money, you give them the tools to use it. That's not a fantasy, that's a plan. Final thought. If you got $100, 0 cents. Cato Morrow. If you woke up tomorrow with $100,000, 0 cents, and so did every human on Earth, what would you do? Would you spend it? Invest it? Share it? Build something? Change your life? And more importantly, would it last? The real question isn't just what if everyone had equal money? It's what if we built a world where everyone had equal chance? That's not just economics. That's revolution. So, what if we did it anyway? Let's imagine.
Can everyone have the equal chance or equal opportunities? Mm, mm, uh, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure right now not everyone has the equal opportunities. For example, like poor countries, they don't really have the same opportunities as rich countries and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I don't know.
Imagine we somehow bypassed politics, resistance, and inflation. Let's say we created a perfectly equal financial starting point. Now what? Initially, you'd see a global sense of unity. Social media would celebrate this new age of equality. Homelessness would vanish overnight. Parents would send their kids to school without choosing between tuition and dinner. Crime would plummet. Depression would drop. For a moment, the world would glow. But then, divergence. Some countries would invest their share in infrastructure. Others would misuse it through corruption. Some communities would start businesses. Others would focus on consumption. The cultural, geographic, and political differences would shape how long equality lasted. Within a decade, unless deep changes in education, governance, and access were made, inequality would reappear. Maybe milder, but inevitable. So, what's the better version of this fantasy? It's not about making everyone a millionaire overnight. It's about creating systems where no one has to beg for basic rights. Universal access to free education and internet. Global health care. Minimum income floors. Digital banking for the unbanked. Affordable housing models. Global corporate tax reforms to prevent offshore hoarding. Incentivized saving and investment systems, even for the poor. In short, not equal money, but equal tools to build wealth. True equality isn't sameness, it's fairness. It's easy to imagine wealth redistribution as some utopian fix, but real change isn't magical. It's messy. It requires re-engineering everything. Taxes, land laws, finance, education, psychology. But it starts with one question. What if we stopped thinking of wealth as a zero-sum game? What if the world wasn't divided between winners and losers, but between people with different starting lines? And we committed to pulling everyone up to the same starting point. That doesn't require collapsing the system. It requires courage to reimagine it. If you had $100,000, 0 cents, right now, equal to everyone else on Earth, what would you build?
Yeah, this was a good video, man. Interesting video, informative, educational. Yeah, don't forget to like answer the question that he just asked you guys, and down below in the comment, just answer it. Don't forget to share with your friend and family. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Stay blessed and be safe. Bye.